Good afternoon. I hope everybody's well today and enjoying a good 4th of July. Today I want to share a devotion with you from Frederick Buechner. He writes about patriotism on July 4th. First, just a couple comments. I've had the opportunity in my lifetime to do a lot of traveling. I've been to countries on the continent of Africa, in the Middle East, in Latin America, in North America, and Europe. And one thing I've learned in all my travels is that every country has its good things and its bad things. I've also learned that I can learn a lot from other countries and the way they do things. I've learned too that many of the freedoms that we have in America are very precious and they need to be guarded and taken care of. But I've also learned that we do not allow those freedoms freely to everybody. And so I find Frederick Buechner's devotion here to be particularly important because as a follower of Christ, that is the first priority for my life. My faith and my journey of faith with Jesus Christ is what should inform my patriotism and what should inform my citizenry in the United States or in any country for that matter. So this comes from Frederick Buechner. All isms run out in the end, and good riddance to most of them. Patriotism, for example. If patriots are people who stand by their country, right or wrong, Germans who stood by Adolf Hitler and the Third Reich should be adequate proof that we've had enough of them. If patriots are people who believe not only that anything they consider unpatriotic is wrong, but that anything they consider wrong is unpatriotic, the late Senator Joseph McCarthy and his backers should be enough to make us avoid them like the plague. If patriots are people who believe things like better dead than red, they should be shown films of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6th and 9th, 1945, respectively, and then be taken off to the funny farm. The only patriots worth their salt are the ones who love their country enough to see that in a nuclear age, it is not going to survive unless the world survives. True patriots are no longer champions of democracy, communism, or anything like that, but champions of the human race. It is not the homeland that they feel called on to defend at any cost, but the planet Earth as home. If in the interests of making sure we don't blow ourselves off the map once and for all, we end up relinquishing a measure of national sovereignty to some international body, so much the worse for national sovereignty. There is only one sovereignty that matters ultimately, and it is of another sort altogether. Many of the same issues face us today, not necessarily the things that he mentioned historically, but we have plenty of other things that point to where we need to journey as a citizen, as a follower of Jesus. So on this 4th of July, take a moment to be thankful for the things that we do have in America, but also to think about how the things that we do have influence others and other countries. We live on this planet together. Borders are divisions that are created by human beings. And wouldn't it be great if those borders could disappear, if we could learn from one another, find the best in each other, and look at different ways of doing things. That is a freedom that we could all benefit from. God's blessings to you today, and take care.